Hey guys, welcome back to my ultimate clodbuster build. And not much of an update. I got the wheels on, they're mounted on. And I'll just go over a couple things that I noticed with the chassis. I'm still 100% happy with this chassis. This is probably one of my favorite chassis of all time. I've had a few chassis through the years, and this just fits what I'm looking for and when I want to build an ultimate clod here. So as you can see, I got the wheels mounted, and as you saw in the previous videos, I'm using the rear lockout. No four-wheel steering on this one. I'm gonna build another one that's gonna have the four-wheel steering, the BTA, because I really like the BTA system. So this is the first time I've had the BTA system because some of my previous chassis wouldn't allow it the way it's designed. So I feel like it's a very solid setup. The way that the arm's connected, you don't have to adjust your toe in or anything like that. I haven't driven on it yet, but I can tell that everything's nice and solid. So I do like that in the BTA. There's underneath of it. I'm just using this 25 kg servo just because I have a bunch of these cheaper servos on hand. I used it on my other setup and it was fine, so I didn't mind it, but I may upgrade obviously that, so we'll see. But for now it's on there, it's mounted, and it looks really nice too. So my thoughts on the ultimate build so far on this ukmonsters clodbuster chassis. I like that you have all the adjustability that you would normally have in your links and everything. The goal for me, what really was appealing was it. The way it sits here is what I wanted, and when I first got it, obviously it sat higher, so I had to adjust the links to get it to be, more parallel to the ground. Okay, and the build itself, the chassis comes pre-assembled, so you don't have to assemble it, but you definitely got to tighten up screws and stuff like that. On one of the cantilever sides, I noticed like this one is loose, more loose than the other three. Just seems like it. I mean, I could tighten it up more, but that's all I noticed on that one. You really wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. I like the travel on the suspension up and down. Definitely gives me what I need on that. So if I wanted a drag race, you could drop it even further down, get the center of gravity down, run it really low. That'd be cool. I'm not going to drag race this one, but I may do another one. My associated shocks, they're like new condition, but over time some of the oil has leaked out when it was mounted to my other setup, so I'm going to rebuild them with new oil and even oil, because right now there's a heavier oil in the back than the front. So but other than that, it moves freely, so it's a really nice setup. Another observation I have on it is you don't get tons of articulation. That's about it. I'd say that's just over a can of pop or something like that. But again, this is not a crawler, so I don't really care about that. But you do get even articulation, so, and I like the way it does move. The other thing is, which is on a lot of builds, you have your upper links, and this one on each side, when you go down, will hit the gearbox. So it's one thing I'm gonna kind of work on to see if I can come up with a different solution for that. If I got to make new mounts for the uprights, for the gearbox upright links, if I got to make new ones or added just to maybe raise it up a little bit. I want to be able to bottom out down here before hitting the gearbox on the link. I want to be able to do that because I don't want my gearbox, I don't want it to slam on the gearbox on hard falls. And I could put rubber bumpers inside the shocks too to stop it from going all the way. But I want this full travel. This is what I want. That's what I wanted from day one. I wanted to be able to hit the bottom, and I still have a little bit more to go on the shocks. So not much, but I can put tiny bumpers in there like on the other one, and it won't hit. But I don't want it banging on the gearbox. I just don't. So it's hitting right there. So I wouldn't say that's a bad thing, because that's just a characteristic of an aftermarket chassis for a clodbuster. So it's not like it's something, you know, it's a flaw or anything, because there's many out there that are exactly the same way. So, but other than that, guys, the build has been great. The only update I have today is having the BTA set up in and the servo mounted, and I just wanted to show that. And that's about it. I do have to, I have the XVDs for the front on both of my builds, so I'm going to grind away a little bit on the hubs and the knuckles just so I can get a little bit more travel. I drove like this with the travel before, so it's fine, but with these XVDs, the RC four-wheel drive, whatever, those axles will give you a little bit more travel. I think it's like 45 degrees or something like that. So, but yeah, that's about it. So that's really the update that I got today. I just wanted to show off the mounting of the servo and how it just goes on so good. I really enjoy it. Can't wait to get more done. I think the motors are going in next, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I mean, that articulation is more than a can of pop, but see, this is shorter than a can of pop. So if it goes up that, that's close. Before any other tires start to lift. So, but yeah, the suspension's nice. The travel's good. Like I said, it's pretty even on articulation. You don't get a lot on cross articulation like that, but other than that, it's the look that I'm going for sure. So, but that's my update. This is part 5 of my ultimate clodbuster build, and loving it so far. Loving it so far, guys. This is one of my dream builds, and I got another one going. That's going to be it's going to be almost identical. I got same wheels. I got to unbox, same wheels and tires, and I have the other UK Monster Razor 2.1 chassis, but I'm going to do another Race 2.0 chassis that's going to be 4-wheel steering. I think that will be cool. So it'll be a little bit different with the setup of the motors, but I definitely am going to go with the BTA steering on both, on the front and back, and I'll have different shocks. So, but that's it, guys. I digress. Part 6 of my ultimate clodbuster build from UK Monsters chassis, Race 2.0. I know you guys have been following the series, asking me some questions, and you know, I'm always here. So that's it. So next video, I'll probably get the motors mounted, maybe a body on, stuff like that. So I am using the higher body mounts too. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification, and we'll see you in the next one.